Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
I take my own life, but I did not want to live.
To take a bottle of pills. I do remember being taken to the hospital.
Officer Corey Chapton remembers sitting in his car all night outside the 11th District on the west side, thinking of ending his life.
I'm done, tired, don't want to deal with this no more. You get to that point that, just end it all, forget it.
He revealed firefighters and police officers experience PTSD and depression 5 times higher than the average public. It was the next morning that Betts remembers every detail.
My work called me. It was one of the commanders downstairs, and they said, Dave, they're looking for your son at work. And I go, what are you talking about? I knew that something bad had happened. I turned around and came back down to the other side of the highway to the front of the parking lot. And I could see his car set off in the background. And I just said to myself, man, this is not good. And the closer I got to his car, the windows were steamed up. He was sitting in his car, the car was running, and he was in the driver's seat, and he had passed away. He had passed away from self-inflicted gunshot wound.
Now, 16 months later, the questions and pain still come.
And I remember taking my .38, placing it to my temple, and putting my finger on the trigger. And when I put it down, picked it up, put it down, back and forth.
When the night I decided that I wanted to end my life by suicide, I was sitting in my cruise and I wrote a suicide note. I taped it to my rearview mirror and put the gun in my mouth and said a prayer. And you remember one thing, suicide is about stopping the pain, it's not about dying. When I had the gun in my mouth, it was actually very calming to have the gun in my mouth, which sounds kind of strange. Another deputy pulled up next to me, who since has passed away, and he talked me down.
Late Tuesday, an off-duty officer in Queens took his own life, marking the department's 10th suicide this year.
Chicago police are investigating an officer's death last Saturday as a possible suicide. If so, that would make 6 police suicides there since the summer. Blue Help, which provides mental health resources for police, tells us tonight officers are twice as likely to die by their own hands than in a confrontation with a criminal.
Nationwide, at least 161 police officers reportedly took their own lives last year, 160 the year before, outpacing the number who died in the line of duty.
Max Scherzer, a New Jersey cop, shot himself in 2016, leaving April behind with their 4-month-old twins.
My day begins with that gunshot, and I relive all of that all over again, up until now.
Then in July of 2018, my brother-in-law, who was also a Denver police officer of 28 years, decided to take his own life. After I read the text that he had sent my wife, saying that he was going to kill himself, I raced over to his house and missed him by about 3 to 4 minutes. He had already killed himself. And upon finding him, having so many thoughts racing through my head, so many voices talking to me, that on the drive home I pull over on the side of the highway. And I again thought about taking my own life.
Adam Stone has been a cop in Arlington for 30 years. He loves the job. He's now doing his best to help others by telling his story.
I walked into the bathroom with the pistol and could almost feel the end of the pistol at my head and visually see myself pulling the trigger and falling on the floor.
For National Police Officer of the Year when he considered suicide.
I mean, you physically took the gun out
Yeah.
and pointed it at yourself.
Right in my mouth. Take the whole barrel.
Skellen changed his mind just before pulling the trigger, ashamed of what his friends might think of him if he had gone through with it.
Just choose to stay here with us.
And continue to save lives.
Because you matter.
You matter. You matter.
You matter.
You matter.
You matter.
You matter.
You matter.
You matter. You matter.
You matter.
You matter.